global treasure trove. Tell me, what is your name? MC Rove. You can see him later hanging in the cove. Tell me, what is your name? MC Rove.
Look now at Karl Rove, the biggest loser of the year. Karl Rove thought that he could build a Republican Party by dividing the country, by grabbing what he thought was the cultural right of this country and using it to build a majority of the country. That this would be a permanent Republican majority based upon division, by harsh choices that people had to choose between being patriotic or not, being for wars or not, being with the cultural values of the right or not. Jonathan, it looks like that's not the case. We don't have a country driven by cultural values and hawkish views of the right now.
You know, I've talked to a lot of Republicans in the last couple of days about what's been going wrong with the Republican Party and how they're going to dig themselves out. And what I keep hearing over and over again is the Republican Party has not concentrated enough on economic issues, on solving people's problems, on applying conservative principles to the basic modern issues that people are facing, and instead have spent so much time on these cultural issues that when Barack Obama went out and made an argument and put together a comprehensive economic plan, he had a plan, and that the Republicans didn't have a counter to that for solving people's problems. And that was a big problem for Republicans on Election Day this year, and maybe going forward if they can't figure out a way to right the ship.
Michael, in a way, the dramatic defeat of Rick Santorum in Pennsylvania 2 years ago must have been a early indicator, a leading indicator of this to come, that people just don't like that kind of politics.
Yeah, you know, it's Nixon land. It's that book. It's that culture war politics. It's not
beautifully written book, by the way. I love that book.
And
there was major political theater today involving President Bush's former chief of staff, or rather former chief advisor, Karl Rove.
A protester tried to arrest Rove for treason this morning while he was speaking at the Mortgage Bankers Association convention continuing in San Francisco.
ABC 7's Terry McSweeney is there live at Moscone West. And Terry, that was just part of the drama today.
Oh, yeah, not just one protest, but 3 protests during this very lively, very exciting back and forth between former White House advisor Karl Rove and former Senate Majority Leader George Mitchell. Now, Rove, to no one's surprise, blaming the Democrats for everything wrong with the economy. That's to be expected. But here's something you've never seen before: the attempted arrest of Karl Rove.
Excuse me?
Why is there no woman up here?
You know,
we need a California woman up here. I am one. I'm Jeanine Bonaparte, but I have to do a citizen's arrest. A citizen's arrest for treason.
A protester tries to slap the cuffs on Karl Rove, but Rove slaps back, and the woman is led away. Interesting theater. There was also this interesting observation from Karl Rove.
So the regulators in 2005 were the Republicans, the deregulators, the anti-regulators, the let them do anything they want crowd were all Democrats, with all due respect.
There was a second protester, and then this pair of protesters, all were no longer there, for an exchange that brought down the House.
Yesterday, John Kerry, your nominee of your party in 2004, stands up and says, well, John McCain was asked the question of whether he wore boxer or briefs. His answer would be depends. I think that's pretty much under the table and pretty nasty.
Yeah. Well, I have to say I feel like Dorothy in the Land of Oz hearing you lecture about negative campaigns by others.
I don't know if we can top that, but I can tell you this. ABC 7 political reporter Mark Matthews has managed to get a one-on-one with Karl Rove, and he's talking to him about did Sarah Palin or will Sarah Palin cost John McCain the presidential election. That was a question asked. The answer will be tonight on ABC 7 News at 6. Live at Moscone West in San Francisco, Terry McSweeney, ABC 7 News.
Get out his gun because he's shooting quail. This man will never stop. Look at him jumping up and down and ready to hop. He's got so much to prove. And tell me you never saw this man move. Doing the dance, the Karl Rove dance. Doing the dance, the Karl Rove dance. Dancing and talking and dancing and talking and dancing and talking.